Sup YouTube, Psyche here, and welcome to IdentityV Mythbusters. I don't see anyone doing this anymore, so I decided to make a series about it and bust or confirm 10 different myths inside of the game. But if you already knew all of this stuff, then here, have a trophy. With that being said guys, let's jump right into it. Myth: Soul Weaver's cocoon kills survivors faster than chairs. Myth confirmed. This one comes off as a huge surprise since the game never says anything about cocoons killing survivors faster than chairs. So not only do you save yourself the time from carrying survivors, but you also end up killing them a whole 5 seconds faster. And this was done without Control Freak, so imagine what it's like with Control Freak. Myth: Moving while inside a cocoon kills survivors faster. Myth busted. I think we'd all like to believe that just because we're moving around the cocoon, the game will punish us, but that's not the case. I think where this idea first came from was the fact that in Dead by Daylight, if you were to try to struggle free from the hook, the game would punish you for it. But in here, it is not the case if you were to try to struggle in the cocoon in a certain direction. The whole reason survivors are able to move in cocoons was because back then, before survivors were able to be moved in cocoons, people would take the survivor up the stairs on Moonlit and cocoon them in there so no one would be able to rescue them. It was pretty hilarious, but it was also kind of broken, so now the survivors are able to move around without being punished. Myth: Survivors die faster while crawling. Myth busted. Nothing much to say here other than you don't die faster while crawling, so yeah. Myth: Perfumer can remove Soul Siphon. Myth confirmed. Now this one's pretty cool. Perfumer used to not be able to remove any status effects besides just health, so ever since her buff from a few months ago, she is now able to not just remove stuff like Ripper Foggy Blades, but also Soul Siphon. Pretty cool. Myth: Perfumer can remove Bell Wavering and its debuffs. Myth confirmed. Same thing going on here. Since you didn't have a debuff before you used your perfume, and when you perfume back after you receive the debuff, then it disappears. Interestingly enough though, if you were to perfume back once you already have one warning and you miss the second bell, then it'll remove the debuff, but it'll still keep the warning. So if you get hit by another bell, you will be reversed. Myth: Slower vaulters also drop pallets slower. Myth confirmed. I feel that most people already know this, but a general rule is when a survivor has a vault debuff or buff, then that same buff or debuff is applied to pallet dropping speed. The one exception is forward, where he will have a 50% increased drop speed compared to his 20% vault. Myth: Survivors that drop pallets slower also stun later. Myth busted. I hear this misconception a lot and it's very common. You guys might have noticed it in the last myth, but pallet stunning has nothing to do with pallet drop speed. All that matters is if the hunter's inside the pallet when the animation starts. I see this all the time, people saying this with Peeper especially. The Peeper has nothing to do with stunning. All that matters is if the hunter is standing inside. The moment you touch the pallet and they're standing inside, it immediately stuns them. It has nothing to do with drop speed, only if the hunter is standing inside. Myth: Acrobat can jump over gamekeeper's traps. Myth confirmed. This one you'd expect is pretty obvious. Since Acrobat is jumping in the air, you'd expect the trap to not be able to trap Acrobat, and that is exactly the case. As long as you jump over it, you will be completely fine and you won't get hit by the trap. Myth. Acrobat can jump over broken wheels traps. Myth confirmed. You'd expect jumping over a breaking wheel trap to be just as easy as jumping over a gamekeeper trap, but that is not the case at all. The hitbox is very deceiving on broken wheel. If you were to land too close to the trap, you'd get stuck on the second half portion of the trap. And if you jump too close to the trap, you'd get immediately stuck. You won't even get a chance to go up in the air. So it is possible, but it's really hard to do, and honestly, I just wouldn't recommend it. Myth. Survivors can help free other survivors from gamekeeper traps. Myth confirmed. This one's really impressive, but I think the whole reason why you never see anyone do this is because, for starters, you need someone to be next to you to help you get out of the trap, and the hunter has to be not close by to make this worth it. On top of that, I also compared for you guys to see, is it even worth helping your teammate from the trap, since it looks like there's a very tiny difference. It's about a 2-second difference, so I'll let you guys be the judge of that to decide, is this even worth doing? And that wraps up the first episode of the IdentityV Mythbusters series. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if you have any suggestions for future myths, and I'll be sure to do them in future episodes. Also, if you didn't already know, I stream on Twitch right now, so go ahead and check me out there. With that being said, guys, thank you all so much for joining along on this video. Like it if you liked it, and subscribe for more content just like this right here. I will see you all later, guys. Take care and have a good rest of your day.